super late Saturday night going into Sunday. Joey the Truth Wagner with you. You just listened to the post-game press conference by Deion Sanders, a.k.a. Coach Prime. Colorado Buffaloes get the win here at home over the Wyoming Cowboys. This was a get-right game for Colorado, especially offensively, where the final score has gotten where it's closer than they would have liked. But they're 2-2 on the year as they get ready to head into conference play with the Big 12. Good redemption game here for Caden Salter, reinserted back in as the starting quarterback. And boy, did he shine. 18 of 28, 304 yards through the air, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Also added a ton of rushing yards of his own, including a rushing score, 86 yards on the ground, a rushing touchdown. Buffalo's offensively in this game did whatever they want, throwing the football for over 300, running the football for nearly 200, sparked by a couple of big runs. Sincere Brown had a 68-yard touchdown reception. Joseph Williams, a massive 47-yard touchdown reception. And Omarion Miller, the leading receiver, for 688 and a score. Colorado's defense, not great, but good enough. They got a couple of sacks. Did not force any interceptions, though. But a feel-good game for Colorado. 2-2 on the year. And for them, like I said, everybody, the season really begins next Saturday. Tough conference game. Home game late against BYU. That is a real program. BYU is a real program. They are a tough football team, and they are not a gimme. Following that, Buffaloes travel to TCU on the road, and we know they're tough. We saw how they went in there to North Carolina, ruined Belichick's debut, and they just took Bill behind the woodshed and turned it into a BTA on Bill Belichick. BTA on Bill. So the next couple of weeks are going to be a real test for Colorado. We'll see if they're real or if they're a fraud. Everyone, earlier tonight we uploaded Arch Manning and his thoughts as he was scared. Manning with a little bit of swagger, and it terrified him. He was terrified to the innermost workings that the official was going to throw a flag on him for that rushing touchdown. Was also worried that Mom was mad at him. Ah, those Mannings. Always want to be doing right, which is good. And he was terrified. Arch was terrified. But everybody, can't wait to be with you tomorrow afternoon. Steelers football will be live. Patriots and the Steelers, 1 p.m. kickoff. We'll be covering the other games as well. Week 3 NFL Sunday. Can't wait to see you for all of that. God bless. Good night here from the Truth Serum.